backswing. Here he goes. Arms are coming hard. Lower body's going a little crash. Snap. Pull hips through. There they go. And you notice too, what we try to do with my students online, we try to practice harder than the game. We practice hard, like when we do practice. We don't have to practice for hours, but we focus. For example, putting at a dime. You know that's good? You know why? Because it's difficult. It'll make you better. Stretch. You notice in baseball we have more players now from South America than ever before? You go back about to the late 1970s, that's when we started. About 15 years after that, we started losing our ball players fast to South America. Our ball players used to come from the inner cities in this country. You know what we did to the kids? We made them play T-ball. A new game. A new game called T-ball, which is nothing more than baseball made much easier because the kid doesn't have to hit the pitch. You know where our baseball players used to come from mostly? The inner cities and the ethnic neighborhoods. You know what they used to play? Stickball. Stickball was the game that made our baseball players great because it's hard. It's the stick and a small ball. You know Joe DiMaggio? He's in San Francisco. He used to hit bottle tops. You know the top of a bottle? You throw a bottle top, he could hit it. When you throw a bottle, that's small. You know, and they curve like this when you throw it. He could hit it. And then they gave him a baseball bat and a baseball. To him, it was like hitting a pumpkin. He said, "This is easy. You should just come up to the Italian neighborhood in San Francisco and we'll show you a real game. Stickball. That's tough." Yeah. Yeah, all the Polish neighborhoods, the Irish neighborhoods, they all came from stickball. Jewish neighborhoods. Arms fast. See the head coming up? Now the hips are going to turn. There they go. They don't play T-ball in the Dominican Republic, you know. Stickball. They don't play, well, they play very fast. It's hard. Okay. Once in a while, I think everybody's in good shape today, but once in a while, what can get in the way of a golfer's progress, sometimes for men, but I think you guys are good today, pride and ego. Something didn't happen. It happened yesterday, it probably happened tomorrow, it happens a lot. When we're doing the posture, oftentimes there's a gentleman in class, we're doing the posture, and he doesn't like it. And I get called off to the side, "Steve, can I have a word with you, please?" "Yes, can I help you?" "Yeah, look, I really don't want to change my swing right now, okay? I just want you to work with the one I got." "You want me to do what?" "Look, I'm not a magician doing magic tricks. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Okay, wait till you see yourself on TV, then when you see a quiz with 4 red X's, then you decide what you want to do with it. It's your game. Don't come complaining to me 5 years from now your game didn't change. You know that first class you had the other day, the first one? It happened here. It's going to happen next week in Port St. Lucie. I'm going to have my session over there to start on Wednesday, 23rd. One gentleman is going to show up. The class is at 10 in the morning. He's going to get here at 8. I'm going to be in the room working with a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt, setting up all the chairs and working. He'll stick his head through the door and yell at me across the room. "Hey, you over there, the guy setting up chairs." "Yes, can I help you?" "Yeah, would you please direct me so that I can speak to the one who knows about this golf deal they're having here?" "I'm familiar with the golf deal they're having here." "Wait a minute, are you coming?" I'm ready for him. This happens every week. "I don't know if I'm coming to this. I read it in the newspaper. I might come maybe. I doubt it. I have a lot of questions that will need to be handled first." A lot of questions? Fella, this thing is $14 today. Can we take it easy on the questions right now? I got a lot of work to do, and there's going to be people here in an hour, okay? Well, I want to know if this thing is for beginners, because if this thing is for beginners, I'm not coming. Well, I don't know if it's for beginners or not. How long have you been playing golf? "Oh, I've been playing this game now for 30 years, okay? I've been to 3 of the finest golf schools in America, and they were not $14. I play at a Palmetto Country Club, and I have new Callaways. You want to see them? What kind of scores do you shoot after 30 years, 3 golf schools, the country club, and the new Callaways? Nice scores? This is a Wednesday. He played Tuesday. My scores. You know, they tend to vary. Here it comes. Usually I shoot mid to upper 80s, usually. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
He's lying. He broke 90 once in the last 2 years. That's the one we're talking about right now. The one day he broke 90. But do you know what he's forgetting about the day he broke 90? He cheated. He did, he cheated. He took a mulligan there and another mulligan over there, and he doesn't put him in the hole, and he asked his friend with the scorecard, just put me down for a 6 on the last one.
Yeah.
Do any of the ladies play in a women's group? The women do not cheat. Fellas, you want to have a bad day? You want to see the score go up? Play with her. What's going on? See, if I'm playing with Paul, Paul has a 3-foot putt. Pick it up, Paul. Do you know why I give Paul a 3-foot putt?
So I
I
can
don't
take
want him to match Paul. Do you think the women are kind to each other? Oh. The women, the ball's on the lip. I'm talking the lip. The wind might blow it in.
Oh, if all of them will come.
Mark it and wait your turn. Yeah, they're tough. Yeah, they do.
I'm laughing because I know it's true.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and they don't let you cheat. Like, there's always one field general in every group, too.
Yeah.
You know that? She knows everybody's score. Doesn't she? You know what I'm talking about. For those that continue after today, this is how the lessons will be going online. The first lesson is the posture. Based on our game now, if we master the fundamentals of the posture, do we improve a little? 1 week of the posture, we will add now one more fundamental, the right leg in the backswing. What are we still doing in week 2? Posture's still being reviewed. Then we're going to add left leg in the backswing, hips in the backswing, grip pressure. You can use a club here briefly. The leg drills in the backswing are the highest priorities of all physical movements. Here's why. When you see, it'll make sense. On the left side, you're going to see the pressure is on the inside of the right leg. You see it on the left? And then on the right, what do you notice happening with the lower body? What's it doing? It's going. If the student does not learn the fundamentals on the left first, will the picture on the right ever show up? No. With each one of these individual lessons, there are 2 instructional videos that come with each one lesson. The first is the introduction. That's where I do the teaching. Then in the second video, you and I practice together for about 1.5 minutes for a reason. And then after 1.5 minutes of you and I doing it together, I'm going to tell you on the video, okay, unless you need to play this again, get to your mirror quick. Because who has to take over? And that's when the learning begins. You and your student in the mirror. Okay? So first I'm doing it, then you and I do it together every day, and then you do it alone. Everybody follow how that goes? When we start the leg movements in the backswing, you're going to start with the right leg. We've been in the posture for a full week. And you know what we're going to do for the next week? We want to talk about boring. We're going to hold the right knee in place and turn the right hip only with me while maintaining the posture. Follow that? We're going to do this movement over and over and over. Then we're going to add left hip, left knee, left foot. So that in a few weeks our lower body is going to look about like so. You see it? As you're going through the lessons, if you want to, you can send me videos of yourself at any time and I'll look at them for you. Also, I'll make you aware of things that you could make mistakes with, so you got to pay attention to them, especially if you do them too fast. If we start to pick up the pace and do them, instead of, remember when Paul folded his arms really slow, he did it perfect, like the kid doing temperature. Here's a mistake you could make if you tried to do this hip turn in the backswing too fast. The left hip will come out this way. Okay? This is no good right now. The left hip is going to stay tucked in and twist towards the right leg. So this here is good. That is, everybody follow that? In week 6, we start the downswing. So for everybody in class today, if you never took a break, we're not starting the downswing till the first week of May. Is that about right? You should see your faces. I'm starting the downswing in May. I'm playing golf on Friday at 10 o'clock next week, huh?
Is this when this comes out?
No, this is all online.
I know.
What do you
But it
mean?
won't be till May?
No. Now. You start here. I'm saying in May, you're going to start the downswing. because that's the 6th week. Everybody follow that? These next 3 lesson plans are duplicated. You see how they're duplicated? These 3 we do twice as long before we blend them in with the other ones, okay? These lessons are a little tricky. We're gonna start the lower body in the downswing. Then we're gonna make sure the upper body stays behind the ball. And then we're gonna make sure we stay in the posture, especially the hips and the downswing. People's heads were coming up. 11 weeks, you know what we've done? 8 items. 11 weeks. 8 things thoroughly. When we overlearn, we do it once, and then review becomes fairly easy. It's possible you have not ridden a bicycle in a long time. Do you know you still know how? Because that was overlearned. About 2 months ago in Tucson, Arizona, a woman in class, she had not ridden a bicycle in 40 years. She rode a bicycle. And I asked her, how'd you do? She said, I crashed. I said, what happened? She said, no, Steve, I was riding fine. It wasn't the riding part. I got on the bike, it came right back. It was the brakes. She rented a bicycle with the brakes on the handlebars. They showed her how to do it. But you know what? You did it too, Mary? Yep, see? And you know what happened? She had, on her bike as a kid, it did this.
Yeah.
Right? And so guess what she did? This.
Yeah.
Guess what the bike didn't do? It didn't stop. Because she went to the habit. Everybody get that? Yeah. Now these next 3 lesson plans are the big lessons with the club. Do you know why these lessons are here? Because everything has to be out of the way first. As long as something keeps getting in the way here, we really can't learn what to do with this. We're going to set the angles, keep the club face square in the backswing, angles in the downswing, shoulders, head in the spine, club face square down the line after we hit it, follow through in the finish. Here's what you're going to notice about yourself. When we do the lessons on top here, you're going to start to notice things down here will begin to improve, but we're up here. Why would things down here start to improve a little even though we're up here? You're all set up, yeah. Now I know this is not attractive. You know what's attractive in golf? 3-day golf schools. This is 20 weeks, lifetime of review. Why would a golfer like the idea of a 3-day golf school? It's 3 days. Do they have 3-day violin playing schools? They don't have one of those. They got a lot of 3-day golf schools. That's kind of sad. What a waste. I've never changed this. How come I have never been able to come up with a new and improved? How come? This is it. This is it. This is what I did for a living. Anyway. Okay, Paul. We have 2 Pauls. This is this Paul back here saying, okay, Paul, you shot the score lately of 92. And the other day you wrote down, if I follow a lesson plan, I think I can shoot 79. Can he shoot 79 someday? What do you say? Yeah. I'd always like to know is why not. George, what kind of scores do you shoot? Because we didn't have a card on. What do you shoot?
Usually around 97, 98.
What do you think you can do?
I think I can probably do 87.
Can he shoot an 87 someday? What do you say? We had a lot of Jerry says. Jerry Hallmark, which Jerry? Jerry, you shot 105. But here's the tough part. Jerry's been playing 50 years. You know what can happen after 50 years and 105? I know it happened to me after 3 years. I started thinking, I don't have what it takes. There's something that I will never be able, you know? But the other day he thought he could shoot a 90. Can he shoot a 90 someday? What do you say? Everybody has an obstacle in our own way. Who is it? It's ourselves. See, Jerry put 90. I guess 89's out of the question, isn't it? Here's another Jerry. Where's the other Jerry? Jerry, did you shoot 100? Have you been playing 15 years? Okay, your last round was 100, and the other day you thought you could do 85. I agree. Marion, we don't have any scores on you. And then you thought you could shoot 100. Thanks a lot, Marion. Alan, you shot 84. Alan thought he could do an 80. Can you shoot an 80?
Oh, yeah.
But 79's out of the question, isn't it? Janice back there shot a 110. You've only been playing for 2 years.
Wow.
Wait a minute. And Jerry's been playing for 50. And he beat you by 5. So So in 48 more years, you can drop to 105.
That was my goal.
Janice thought she could shoot 105. Thanks, Janice. You did a lot better than that. Connie shot 132. Connie thought she could shoot a 110. Really? Is that it? You don't ever think you'd do? See, I didn't ask you what you wanted to shoot.
Oh,
You didn't
I asked
say
you if you
that.
wanted to. I asked you, do you want to be a lake player? That's what I asked.
oh.
I asked nobody what you wanted to shoot the other day. I said, write your last score down, then if I were a lake player, what will I shoot? But I first asked you, do you want to be a lake player? I said, yeah, I want to be a lake player. That's swinging the club right without thinking. Okay, then if you were one, what would you shoot? You don't shoot 110 when you're a lake player. Mary shot 130. Mary thought she could do 100. Let's put at least 99 on there, Mary. Barb, you shot 45 for 9. Thought you could do 35. Is that a short course? Executive course? Yeah. And then Jerry, you shot a 45 for 9. You thought you could do 80s. 80s. For 18. Yeah, for 18, 80s. Well, there's 10 80s. There's 10. Which one do you like? You got 80, 81, 82, 83. Which one do you like? All of them. Trying to get you to get specific. Make a goal for yourself. George, we had two George. This is George Travestino. Which George? You shot the score at 94. You thought you could do 84. That's good. Kathy, you did 100. Kathy thought she could shoot 88. Can Kathy shoot 88? What do you say? I'd always like to know is why not. The other Paul. Paul shot 79.
Executive.
Oh, executive. And then you thought you could do 75. Can you shoot 75 on the exec?
Yeah.
And then John, you shot 102. Thought you could do 88. Is that this John? We had two John. This is John. Mahoney. You thought you could do 88. Agreed. And then Ann shot 119. She thought she could do 100. Can we put 99 on? Girls. And then John shot 99. John thought he could do 89. Agreed. If you want to know how well you can play, has everybody started getting the newsletters from me?
No.
Okay. Well, check the newsletters. If you didn't get them, check your spam. Might have gone in there, but I've sent out a few already. I'm going to send you. You'll get one of these once a year. It's the same one, but I'll remind you when you go to the golf course to bring scorecard home. Can you do that? And then during the week when you're waiting for your next time to play, take your scorecard when you're by yourself. No one's with you. See if you can play 18 holes of golf right in here. Can you do that? Do you know you can play 18 holes of golf in 15 minutes if you do it right here? And when you complete each hole, I'd like you to write your score. How will you do? What will you shoot? Yeah, you know who used to do that mental training every day when she was competing? Annika Sorenstein. So I took it from her. Yeah, you know what she would do when she was competing? Every day she would play 18 holes of golf in her mind. With a scorecard. If par was 72, you know what she would shoot? 54.
Wow.
18 birdies.
Wow. It's doable.
Yeah, she never shot 54, and she was interviewed on the golf channel. You'll never shoot 54, so why do you do it? Her response was, "You want to bet? I haven't done it yet." It's possible. She shot 59 in a tournament. She shot 58 twice when she was not in competition because she believes she can shoot 54. That's her thought process. Fighter pilot in Vietnam is shot now. He's a golfer. 7 years of his life, he's in a POW camp. Solitary, not good. Anyway, when his airplane was shot down, he would shoot scores of about 100.
I was at a seminar in Spokane.
He was at Zig Ziglar. Was it Zig Ziglar?
No, it wasn't
Because he
Zig Ziglar.
used to go with him too.
Yeah, it was a different one. It was amazing.
Absolutely.
I know the story.
In his mind, he played golf every single day to stay alive. That's all he's trying to do. He had a playing partner, and it wasn't his friends. It was a fellow named Julius Burrows. Anybody remember Julius? He watched Julius Burrows for 4 days at a U.S. Open. Now he's in the POW camp. And when his airplane is shot down, he shoots 100. 7 years, he survived. He gets back to the United States, and he had no idea what he was about to do. His first day on the course, he shoots the score of 71. True story. Yes. What was his experience for 7 years in the hole? He never missed a shot. And who does he swing the club like now? Julius Burrows, the swing easy, hit hard guy. And yeah. My students never experience failure either because we're home in a mirror. You with me? There's no bullets in the gun. For me, I was my first student. That was my guinea pig. It was 4 months to shoot the score of 85. 85 isn't great. You know what? For me that day, it was okay. When you don't break 100, 85 is looking good. It was just about 8 months, a little shy of 8 months, to break the score of 80 for the first time. Breaking 80 is nothing great. For me that day, it was pretty good. You want to know what it is like to break the score of 80 for the very first time? You know, to stroll up to the 18th green? We're breaking 80 right now. You want to know what that's like? You won the Open. Drive home from the 1st Marine Division golf course. I broke 80. I did not cheat. And on the freeway in San Diego, a guy came off the ramp. He almost killed me. I just broke 80. That's okay. I said, that guy, he just killed me. He almost killed me. He's a wonderful fella. I'll buy him lunch today. Yeah. Now here's what else you'll be getting also. Okay, the Supreme Golf Swing Master Plan is #1 on the list of 7. Okay, there's a lot here. It's a big, big, big thing. Okay? You'll also, so the Supreme Golf, that's these lessons. The swing, those are the most important. And you'll also have video swing analysis capability. Anytime you want me to send me a video of yourself, you can do it. Also, you can have all the short game lessons if you need help with the chipping and the putting and all that business, sand traps around the green and everything. Also, there's lessons for the mind. You know, there's little things on a golf course that you will notice that cause little phobias. You know, like you might, yeah, or it could be a particular hole. You might have a hole that you always play and it always gives you fits. And it's not even the hardest hole in the course, but it gives you fits because that has become self-limiting. You with me? It's a mental thing. Also, there's a whole department on my website for flexibility training. If you need to improve your flexibility for golf and maybe your life in general, you're going to find a whole department of gentle yoga poses for golf, okay, for your golf muscles. And golf course strategies. If you need help with learning the golf course, if I'm playing a dog leg to the right, which side of the tee box should I be on? If I have an uphill lie, what do I do? You know, on all that kind of stuff. And we're also linked up. Does anybody book tee times online? Yeah, our students, we get another little price break. We're linked up to them. But if they have their hot deals, our students, a lot of them get first dibs on those, and they're really good. Their hot deals, they can be $100 and you get it for $19.
All over the country?
All over the place. You got to pick the area that you're at, and then it'll. But it's really good anyway. So, but that's everything that comes here. Now, this is how all this goes. On the left side of the board in red, everybody knows what red is all about. It's the trial and error business. Right now, the national average for a golf lesson is $55. Is that about right for a golf lesson? Yep. Yeah, this is average in America. Golf schools, I pulled these out of Golf Digest, 800 up to 3,000. Greens fees, when we play golf right now, how much is it to play? Round of golf, how much?
$100.
120 for one round right now, here in Naples?
Well, guest fee.
Guest fee, okay. How often, right now the average golfer in America, because America's not Naples. The average golfer in America spends $175 a month playing golf. That's it. Well, if you're in Minneapolis and you're a working guy, you're playing a league, 9 holes twice a week, you're not $175 is it. Probably less than that, probably under 100. But if we're not, if we belong to a club, it's a lot more. Yeah. Annually, the average golfer in America spends $1,200 a year. That's average. Some a lot more. Lifetime, I don't know. You know what your green fees are for life. Has anybody got a set of irons in the last 6 years or so? How much would yours, Kathy?
600.
Yeah, King Cobra ladies? Yeah, they're $600. Yeah. Right now, the average for a set of irons is $500. Some are a lot more, some are less. Has anybody got just a driver alone, just a driver in the last, how much was yours, Bob? 150. Anybody else?
It was discounted from 400.
Yeah, 1,
500? You got one look? Right now, how much is in the bag? Irons, woods, putter, wedges. How much? Last summer on Cape Cod, where there's a fellow, Chuck, the retired attorney. He's from Boston. He's retired, but he was a big attorney in Boston. He had a lot of money. He looked at this right here. He was sitting right where Barbara is. He said, Steve, when that TaylorMade driver came out, the one that was 600, he had one at the time. He had ping irons, you know, the ones that are fitted, 1,200, were 1,800 bucks, and we still got the putter and his wedges. He said, you know how much is in my golf bag? I've got over $2,000. I said, Chuck, that's ridiculous. He said, I know that, but that's not the problem. You should see what's in the garage.
Yeah.
What's in your garage, Chuck? He said, I've got 6 sets of clubs that don't work. Does everybody own enough golf everything? Everybody's got everything. The only thing that might be missing is this last thing down here on the list. If you went into my program and enrolled through the internet, as we're sitting here, if somebody back in Scottsdale, Arizona is enrolling, hey, I didn't get to that guy's class when he was in Phoenix. I got his newspaper clipping. I'm just going to sign up online. I've heard about all this. People are doing great. Anyway, if a student is not in a class, their tuition for 1 full year, it's really good. They do a full year, $4.99. It's like getting a set of irons. And then when their year is done, then they can stay on board at 99 bucks a year after that to review. And they can still have their swing looked at by whenever they want to. Now here's what we do here in class for the group. The first one is the month-to-month option. The month-to-month works this way. One-time enrollment, $49.95. It's like buying a greens fees at a cheap golf course right now in Florida. Then the monthly dues are $9.95 a month starting next month. These monthly dues can be suspended whenever you want. I price that as if you're going to go to a driving range once a month. Large bucket of balls, most places is 10 bucks. 6 months, no renewal for 6 months, so you're good till September. $79.95, and then at the end of 6 months, we'll pick you up at $9.95 a month if you haven't suspended. Those can be suspended or canceled whenever you want. 6 months with no renewal. That means it expires in 6 months, and then you won't be able to log in after that. 99 bucks, a little bit more. And then we have to do it manually. This next one up here is, I'm not going to have this much more. It's too much for too little. But I'm going to keep it till the end of next week, and then after I finish in Port St. Lucie, it's done. Okay? The lifetime option, here's what it is. The lifetime means you don't have monthly dues. It's yours. Pay the mortgage. $299, which right now is about the cost of a driver. Is that about right for the driver? Now, you don't have to do this part, but you can add a family member, and the family member is included. The family member has their own passwords. Okay, so if it's a grandkid or something, you can do that. The annual plan, which is like this one up here, but here in class, we don't do $4.99, we do $1.99, and it gets you a family member. So it's a twofer. At the end of a year, $9.95 a month if you haven't suspended, and that covers 2 people. Okay, different options. You know, the very first place I did this lifetime thing was in the Villages, Florida. Retired priest, age 80. He's here with a 76-year-old brother. I went through all the different options, and at the age of 80, guess which one he likes? Yeah, he said, Steve, I'm signing up my brother. Don't take his credit card. I'm the one paying, and I'm giving it to him for Christmas. He's my little brother. I said, that's nice of you to do that. And then he went on, he said, Steve, you know, your lifetime offer is good, but I'm uncomfortable about something. I asked him, what's that? Now, he's 80. He asked me, how are you feeling? How am I feeling? What are you talking about? You know something I don't know? He said, well, I want to know now, is it your lifetime or mine? We're in this together, fella. So, anyway, that's how that goes. Now, we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to look at a few things. We're going to turn the TV back on. Okay. Keep in mind, if we don't have these lessons, what will we do instead? Just a thought. Yeah, you just need nothing. I'm waiting for the day. I'm waiting for the day for a student to do this and say, "Gee, I'm disappointed I did it. I never had one." Okay, let me get this on. Okay. Okay, here we go. And also, by the way, I also check to see who's logging in every day. It's all nagging. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the first one. Can everybody see the screen pretty good? Yep. Here we go. Let's look at good player. Okay. Notice when he sets up, this is Dustin Johnson. Notice how wide the feet are, you see it? Okay. When he goes to the top of his backswing, you're gonna notice the pressure is building on the inside of the right leg. You see the pressure is building in here? Okay. Now, when he gets going in the downswing, notice the lower body dominate. Notice the lower body really going. See the hips turning, you see it?
Yeah.
Notice his wrist didn't roll over yet, you see it? Now, you're gonna see something really cool here in just a minute. Same guy, same everything. When he sets up, look where his hat is. You see his hat? It's above the US Open sign. You see, here's the US Open sign. So the top of his hat is slightly above that, okay? When he swings, you're gonna see the head drop. Remember your heads went up? His head will come down a little in the backswing, a little, and then a lot in the downswing. Here it comes. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look where his head is now.
Wow.
Amazing.
Now, we're gonna watch the same guy from the other angle, like we videoed you. Here he goes. Yeah, these are good. Okay, now, just look where his hat is in relation to the backdrop. You see it? Then you're gonna see the head start dropping. See it come down just a little in the backswing, just a little. Just, I'm gonna pause him here at the top. Notice his right palm of his right hand is up, like a waiter carrying a tray. I pointed that out the other day. That's one of the lessons. Anyway, here he goes. Now, just notice in the downswing, watch the head dropping. Here it comes. You're gonna see green grass start showing up that his head was covering a minute ago. You see it? Right now, his hips are square to the ball. That's where your hips were when hitting the ball. Notice where his club is. See it? Isn't that something? Notice how far back his hips are pushed. You see the end of his seat right here? It's way behind the back of his heels. Now, when he gets going here, you follow the hips. Notice the hips turn, 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 turn. See it? Because of the posture, notice how the shoulders go. Remember earlier we saw how the shoulders go for the good player, right? Just to make sure this is right, watch how the shoulders go when we're in the posture. See how vertical they become? Yeah? All right, now, let's get out of there. I'm gonna go here. Now, for everybody gets a password today, this is how this is gonna go. I'd say by about, it's 5 to 1, I'd say by about 2:30 today, you'll be able to log in for everybody gets a password. So when you get home, give it till 2:30 and you'll be able to get started. Okay, see where I'm waving the mouse around up here, which says login, sign up? This is what you're gonna click first. We're gonna click the login, sign up button. The first page that shows up is the sign up. Now you're gonna be signed up, so you don't need to do anything on this page. You need to get to the login page, which is right here. You see this little button right here where it says login? So we click the login sign up here, and then we're going to click the login button. And now you're at the login page. This only has 2 boxes. We're going to enter our email address. That's your username. And then we're going to type in the password that you tell me you want. Then we're going to click the go button. You'll know you're logged in because then it's going to say hello up here. See what it says hi? Okay. The home page looks like so. This was a good one. Oh, it's right there. Judy Fry's bag tag. I've never taken this off of here. Let me back it up. Judy Fry got an award for the most improved golfer, Sun City South Country Club, Sun City, Arizona. Her handicap went from 32 to 14 in 7 months. And why I've never taken Judy's stuff off my homepage is because Judy did not want to do this. Because it was different. I said, yeah, I know it's different, Judy. Very different. You know what? You might want to try something different. And then she went on, how do I know if I can learn online? And I asked her, how you doing not online? So figure it out. You do what you want. I'm not going to drag you across the finish line. It's your game. You do what you want, but you know, fortune on everything else. Let's learn to do it now. I'm gonna wave my, you see where it says all training videos Dropbox? Okay, when we're ready to start the lessons, we put our mouse right on there, and the very first two, these first two, are the golf swing training videos. They're in two different formats or layouts. You pick whichever one you like best for you. You use them both, it doesn't make a difference. I'm just gonna open up the first one. Supreme Golf Swing Training Plan. This is how the lessons are laid out. Week 1 intro on the left, week 1 practice on the right. Week 2, week 3, week 4, right in order. You see it? Let's pretend it's lesson number 6. You're starting the downswing. Let me put some volume on here. I took the volume off so we can hear it. Okay, get it up a little louder. There we go. That's probably good. All right, now, on the bottom left here, on each one of these screens, on the bottom left, you see where the arrow is? That's the play button. So we're just going to hit the play button. In weeks 6 and 7, we're going to begin the downswing. We're going to begin with the leg movements and the downswing. All right, I'm going to pause it. If you want this to go to a bigger screen, either if you have the hooked up to your TV or on your laptop or tablet or whatever, there's a little button here. You see these little arrows right there? If you click that, it'll open to a full screen. Okay? So you don't have to look at these little squares. I mean, you can if you want, doesn't matter. You can do it either way. Now, we're going to go back to the top. Let's pretend you want to improve your flexibility. That will be the third one down. 1, 2, 3, golf flexibility. Then there's the putting, bunker shots. You'll have access to everything. But let's just open the flexibility for a moment. This is really good stuff. If you do the flexibility, we're going to be doing this with Yolanda. There's one here specific just for the hips. All of the men, you should be doing a little bit of these, okay? You might pick a couple of these out that you like. And if we do the flexibility, we're going to do it with Yolanda, okay? She helped me a lot. At one point, I couldn't play golf for quite a long time. I was in 2 car accidents, rear-ended twice.
For our next
And she
asana,
helped me a lot get my flexibility back. Not 100%, but enough where I can play again.
you're going to bring your left leg forward.
So if we're going to do the flexibility, we're going to do it all with her, okay? Now, last but not least, we go back to the home page. If you ever want to send me a video, there's a button up here. See where it says Video Swing Analysis Instructions. If you want to send me a video of yourself, I need to see 2 swings, just like I videoed you today. One from one way, one the other way, okay? Make sure the camera's facing you, straight on, not at angles. Okay? Here's the instructions on how to send me a video and to email it to me. Or, if you're not sure how to send the video, get your 8-year-old grandkid to do it. Okay, I'm going to pull one up here for just a moment. This is Dave Henning in Buffalo, New York. Okay? Notice what he's telling me in his video. Because if you send me video, I need to know something. Because everybody does the lessons at their own speed. So listen up.
This is week 13 of the lessons.
So you hear what he just told me? Where he's at. And go to the top of his backswing, feet are wide enough, pressure's on the inside of the right leg. So when you're going in the downswing, notice the lower body start leading. You see the lower body going? Left hip will turn. Okay, pretty good. Now, we're gonna back that one, we're gonna go to this one. All right? This is how Phil Klassen told me where he was at. He edited his video. He made it say lesson 12. So he's doing week 15. That's the 12th lesson, the shoulders in the backswing. Notice his posture. Does it look pretty good? He's real good. When he does his backswing without a club, he's learning the shoulder movements. This is really good right here. This is really good. He's going to turn around, do this from the other way. These are the 2 angles I need to see. He'll spin around. Notice the width of the feet. And watch the pressure going to build on the inside of the right leg. Watch his right leg turn. You see that? That's really good. Nobody did this to me. This is really good. That's like those pictures we just showed. These people were a mess when they started. All right, we're going to go back. Before we quit, it's just a minute or 2 before 1 o'clock. I said I'd get you out of here by 1. Usually there's a question or 2 about the different enrollment plans. So before we quit, does anybody have a question on how those work?
The 6 months is $80 up front and then 10 a month.
Starting in September.
Oh, okay.
Correct. And that's for one person.
Oh, okay, I see.
You don't want to leave her out, do you?
Oh, no, this is for her, I don't need it.
Oh, you don't. Wait a minute, I still have this thing in my camera, maybe we should have another look at it. The men.
trouble
This is for
already.
her, I don't need it. Any other questions about
So
the next?
the
about
purpose of
this?
the lifetime
Yeah,
is that this is a lifetime learned skill. We should always be coached and practicing forever.
correct. Once students go through this, my encouragement is a lifetime of review. To always have it at your disposal because things can break down.
And will it change over the course of a year? Will you do different things or say different, it's like,
No,
if
not-
nothing changes?
Not for the golf swing lessons.
No.
Those golf swing lessons
Stay.
will never change.
Right,
What also you'll find in the website, it's loaded, it's big,
yeah,
is, for example, all the stuff about the golf course. Okay, if I'm playing into the wind or downwind, a lot of that stuff, what should I do? How, you know, if I'm behind a tree, how do I curve the ball? How do I hit it low under the tree? All that kind of stuff. Okay? But the golf swing lessons never change. Same fundamentals forever.
so you can't, if you purchase, let's say, the first 6 months or something, you can't retain it on your computer after
No,
6
no.
months?
This is not downloadable. Yeah, no, in order for you to get to the lessons, you have to come to the site.
Right,
Now, that lifetime thing, I'm not gonna have much longer. I'm still gonna have it, but in 2 weeks, it's gonna be this price right here in class. It's gonna be the annual price that's online. Because it's 2 people, it's still good, but I'm not, the $299 thing is work to the end of that. Any other questions about the different plans? Okay.
Is there some continuity plan in case the guy in San Diego kills you in a car crash?
Correct. If I die, the lessons are not going away. This is set up to continue, okay? And if you wanted to have your swing analyzed, my daughter can do it. She knows how. Okay? So, that's good. But I'm not going anywhere. I've got a lot of students to get in front of.
and generally speaking, after how many lessons, or do we go through the whole 20 before we should send in a swing analysis, or is it?
The swing analysis to send to me is entirely up to you. You can send them to me every 2-3 weeks if you want. But it's not, what's most necessary is studying for a quiz, not taking the quiz. I will grade your quiz whenever you want me to. But it's more important for the student to do the lessons. You know what happens when students send me videos? Oftentimes they'll send me the video of themselves and they will have already made the corrections on it. They will send me what they have seen. You notice today when we were watching you, how people started getting the hang of the critiquing? Yeah, they start to correct their own quiz. But you can send them whenever you want.
Are there reviews of your program available to us?
Sure, you just go online. But you can't, now the class specials, the prices that I just went over are not available online. The prices that I just went over are for here at class, because if a student's not at a class, they don't get your prices.
All right. But the outcome,
Yeah, it's
are
there.
the results, are the reviews from
Yeah, and I
students,
just showed
former
you
students?
tons,
who-
and I just showed you 2 videos of students that were a mess. Yeah, I haven't had one, and you can either believe me or not, but I have not had one student who did these lessons that said they did not improve quite dramatically. This does not work for one person, it works for everybody. Because the fundamentals don't change. They're all the good players are doing this, so that's what we just saw. So you figure, the only difference is that my program is a training program, not a quick fix. If I had a quick fix, I would have retired a long time ago. But I have a work program, a training program. Any other questions? Yeah, go ahead, Connie.
It doesn't have anything to do with the
go
program per
ahead.
se, but what are we supposed to, should we quit playing golf until
No, I
we?
just covered that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
If you want to play golf, play all you want. We're not watching our friends. What should we do for ourselves when we're waiting for our turn?
Thinking about next.
practice the lessons.
Yeah.
All right, hey, let's pretend you're in the lesson plan, and it's the end of, you're in May right now. You're right here in the lesson plan. We're on the course for 4 hours. We're not watching our friends. What can we practice? Any fundamental wear. From here up. Now, I'm going to cover something that only pertains to the men, because instinctively the women follow the rules. You know what George back here could do to this? He's down here in a week, right, George? That's what I mean.
I thought it was 3 days. It
Yeah, 3 days, yeah, we'll get this thing moving.
He's accelerating.
Any other questions about the different plans, and then I'm going to wrap up?
You don't run a boot camp.
We're very gentle.
So I have a question about swing, okay, you get the backswing. Dustin Johnson, he goes all the way back, he's almost a John Daly.
Right.
Okay, so then he starts with his hips like we all do, but his club is so far
I
back.
know, we won't be able to get it back that far.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, if you got a three-quarter swing,
Don't
that's
even
why,
worry about it.
that's why your club is already,
No, it isn't.
okay, I just wanted
There's
to.
plenty of people had their hands way up here, they weren't in the posture. There's plenty of good players that you watch on TV, especially the seniors, they can't get the club up all the way up on top anymore. Yeah, the fellow that I played with, when he was 74 years old, and I was 29 and athletic, he was 74 years old and handicapped. He only had half a swing, he could only get it to here. But when he got it to the top, he just did this.
You don't have a slight pause or delay or anything?
Maybe, that's in the program.
If we can pause at the top.
Practicing in slow motion, training will come. Any other questions, and then we're gonna wrap it. Okay, I'm gonna get you signed up right now. Before we quit, I'm gonna make sure I can read your emails, and you're gonna tell me what you want for a password. I wanna thank all of you for being here. If you have a second person who you do not, if you're doing the lifetime of the annual, and it's a grandkid or something, and you're not sure who it's gonna be for, you don't have to give them to me now. You can give them to me 6 months from now, and we can set them up, okay? Okay, I want to thank all of you for coming. I really appreciate you being here. How'd I do? Okay?
Because I know I'm not. My span mail shows up. My span mail shows up.
Huh?
Everybody wants to do it.
You think by 2:30 you'll be able to log in?
Steve's not gonna, well, Steve, he'll look at it. He'll look at it. Steve. Is that what it is? You don't have any counts, so he's working in time. I did good. No, you didn't.
Are you interested in doing this one?
You are, sure. I think I would. Right now, I go online and watch golf videos all the time. I don't know if you know that about it. All my mom was watching golf. How to get out of the sand trap. How to do this.
I'm just doing this. For me, that seems like yeah.
Do you have a pot for me where you coffee out or on my table?
That's possible. We did close somebody.
That's why they do it, they sit in there, it's on, it'll tell you. They usually send me a text. Yeah, they're really careful.
Yeah, you're really lucky.
That's the goal.
Because my uncle just died, and then I tried to
They know it.
You can do it. Yeah. And I do believe that anything you want to do well, you've got to keep learning it. You never sit back.
Plug here.
Exactly.
Just listen up.
Connie, the show.
That's all right, just leave it over there.
We'll be outside.
I know. I keep Jay back here and we have a box outside. I didn't come away with anything that I retained at all. I just got frustrated. I can hold my club up to this point. Don't look out here.
This guy's getting his right bicycle.
And then my husband has this joke, I don't know the beginning of it. The guy says, why can't you play golf? And he says, because you laugh off. He said, yeah. Jerry, which player? What's going on? I don't want to be one of those. Yeah. Excuse my French. Yeah. Oh, I know, I got asked to I did, and my computer is works normally, so. Because I wanted to go with it. Oh, all right. All right, thanks.
Anyway, if you couldn't tell them, the whole position, posture is the whole thing. At least if you get that, you got something. It takes a long time. Yeah, this is the
I just feel
Don't get involved.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, you too, Ann.
We should have a blog.
Yeah.
We should have a blog.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we're all doing.
for a passport, Jerry?
You want your stand?
Exactly.
What do you want for a passport? All okay. About 2:30 today, the deal.
Heavy grass, you don't just grip your club, put it down into the ground and find out where the ball is. Yeah. Well, I think it's when you do that, you grip it. I don't believe I'm ever going to be able to get like this. He wants to get the hips around.
I don't think so, no.
Before that fall. Yeah.
Oh, email address,
Get the hips going.
that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Very lifetime, yeah.
Found that.
I wasn't here the day county.
No
Oh,
smack.
that's right. Yeah, they signed up the husband.
You do not have, you do not have to.
This says Con Ross.
Wow.
Is this SIO or SID? SIO. SIO, medical SID. Dot, is that a dot? Midco. .net. SIO. What's your email?
Don't
Don't.
get divorced.
Right. Yeah, that. Yikes.
You can only.
It's not easy.
Not easy. 50 years this summer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on 53.
Oh, yeah. You made it fast.
For the same girl.
Oh, no.
Make sure.
I got a couple buddies that are around 50 who are on their third and fourth class.
Oh, yeah.
I've been checking on my iPad, I can't get in there right now, but my spam usually shows up immediately, just color.
Depending on what you have for security, and sometimes they get phone.
I will check, but then how do I let you know if it doesn't?
I'm gonna check to see if it's in our system like
Okay.
exactly typed out the way that was. If it is, then I'll fix it. If it is, then check.
Okay.
You'll start getting newsletters from me.
Okay,
But if you don't get newsletters, if you don't get one on, I think I just sent another one out yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you just get one about the heads coming up?
Yeah.
The myth?
Yeah.
I'll call you.
okay.
Here, your phone, oh no, here, put it on. Where is she? Put it on. Very good.
Thank you very much,
Thanks, Connie.
appreciate it. Thank
All right,
you.
see you online.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna do 6 months and then another month. Marion, M-A-R-I-A-N, 731.
Cancel out all mine.
M-A-R-I-A-N.
All lowercase, right?
Yeah, that's, and then 731.
Thanks for coming.
Hey,
Pleasure to have you.
enjoyed it.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good. See you guys.
Steve, you came a long way since the last time I took this, about 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Was it here up in Boston?
Oh, yeah. Got a buddy of mine.
Next month, we'll take something off.
Yeah. Well, before I didn't have everything online either.
You were in the,
81 to 90.
in the service?
Yeah. It's my Tremont Street.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.